Hey, it's Mari. I am going to share a card making process here with you today. I recently purchased a bunch of the new Lawn Fawn products from their Valentine's release, and I'm just going to make a fun little Valentine's card here. I'm going to show you some of the things that I used for my card. So I used one of these dies here from the Valentine Borders, and I'm just going to show you this die set. They're totally adorable. So the little heart border actually cuts out the little hearts, and then it also cuts out a strip, so you can use the strip and you can use the little bits of the hearts. And it also cuts out this really cute little dotted scallop, and then also a little strip with arrows in it. And so this is a really cute little die set. And I also used a couple of other things from this release. Excuse me, I'm just gonna stick those borders down now. I use this really sweet little stamp set called Octopi My Heart, and I'm just going to flip this over here so you can actually see the correct side of the stamps. So this is really sweet, and I do end up using most of the images in that set for this card. And I'm also going to use some of the dies from this set as well. And I'm going to use also from this release the Fancy Scallop Circle Stackables, and I'll just be using this largest circle die. And I just really like it. I think it's sweet, and it's got those little dots in it as well. I'm also going to be using this Lindy Stamp Gang Magical in Tilt-A-Wheel Teal. And I'm going to be using this little Hello die from Simon Says Stamp. So those are the major products that I'm going to be using for my card today. So let's get into the process. So I'm just going to start out here with some Strathmore Bristol Smooth cardstock. And I'm going to just spread those magicals on there, and I'm going to spray them and activate them. I don't know if you've ever used magicals before, but they're really fun to use. There's a bunch of different products like this from other companies, and they basically all pretty much work in a very similar way. So you just activate these with some water. I put a little bit more on here than I needed. I know that you can now get the magicals in a shaker, and I think I might be interested in purchasing those. I think it'd be a little easier to apply them than these little pots. So you can see that I'm just dabbing up some of the extra moisture, and then you end up with that really nice kind of a watercolory look. So, and it's got a little bit of a texture to it, and I just really like that. Now I'm taking two of the little heart stamps from that Octopi My Heart set, and I'm going to just stamp some hearts on my card base with some red Stampin' Up! Ink. And what I'm going to do here is just use another piece of white paper, just so that I can get a little bit going off the edges. And all of the paper I'm using here, all of the cardstock I'm using is Strathmore Bristol Smooth cardstock. And I got it top folding card cut here in 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So you can see that I've cut one of those strips from that border die in some really pretty red glitter paper. And I'm also going to use some of those little hearts for some little sprinkles around the card. And I just have taken that Hello die, and I've cut that from that same red glitter paper. And I've also cut a piece of white craft foam from that using that same Hello die. And I'm going to just back my glitter die that I've got, or my glitter Hello that I've got cut with that die, onto the foam. So I'm just going to put some glossy accents down here once I can get a bottle of glossy accents that's actually going to work. That one is a little bit stuck, so I end up just putting that away and getting the regular bottle of glossy accents here to stick this down. This is just a really good glue, and it has a little bit of open time so that you can actually wiggle things around a little bit before they're super stuck. But when it's stuck, it's stuck. So I really like this product for sticking this paper to the foam. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glossy accents on the back of my paper here, and then I will adhere it to that foam word Hello. And I'll make sure that that's all straight when I get that on there. So you'll just see me use my tweezers to put that onto the foam. And this is really easy to do. It's not hard. It probably looks a little bit fussier than it actually is, but like I said, this glue is pretty forgiving and you have a little bit of time to move it around and get it onto the foam just right and position it so that it's perfect, and then you can stick it down. Now I have cut a sentiment strip from My Favorite Things die. Actually, it was just on my desk. It's from another project, and it's cut from some Lawn Fawn narwhal cardstock, and I'm going to use that as a base for this foam word hello. And I'm going to stick that onto my card, and I'm going to put my card together at this point. So I've got everything all positioned and cut the way that I want it and so on. And I'm going to just stick it all down. And I will not bore you with that on camera. I do pop my little octopus up on some foam dots just to lift him up a little bit. And I also popped up the scallop circle base there. So I've got those things all stuck down. I'm going to take just a few of those little hearts and I'm going to stick those down here and there on my project. They just add a little bit of extra sparkle and shine to that card front. And I like that. I like how that looks. I think it's cute. And I got a lot of hearts going on here, but you know, it is a Valentine's card, so that's all good. Just going to trim that little banner off, and then let's see, what am I going to do next here? I kind of forget. I believe I am going to very soon. Oh yes, I add some dots to the octopus, and you know what, to be honest with you, I really don't think octopi have dots, but mine does. And I'm going to use this little white gel pen just to add a few little dots. I think it just looks cute and whimsical like that, and that's what I decided to do. I'm just going to take my clear wink of Stella and add some glitter to my little octopus. And then I'm actually going to take the die that's the little bow tie from the die set for this Octopi My Heart, and I'm going to cut a little glittery bow tie for our little octopus for that, just to finish the little octopus off. So I'm just going to stick a couple of these little glittery hearts to the inside, and I'm going to stamp my sentiment on the inside as well. And that is going to be it for my card. So stay tuned for the still shots right away here. And I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you later this week for another video and another project on my channel. Thanks so much for stopping by. Bye-bye.